Welcome! 25 subscriber giveaway! Woohoo! Cheers to 25 subscribers! All right, let's do this. Thank you so much for all 25 of you. To me, this is a huge milestone. This is almost like the size of a school class, right? 25 subscribers, all organically grown. I couldn't even have forced 25 to subscribe to the channel. I couldn't even have forced 5 to subscribe to the channel. So thank you so much to everyone who voluntarily and with full conscience subscribed here. So on this beautiful day, I want to thank you all by giving away a few books of mine that I no longer need in my collection, no longer want in my collection for specific reasons. I'll give you those reasons in a second. But first of all, thank you for watching my content. There is a vast variety from interviews, overviews, reviews, movie club, or just hanging out with Bunkmaster B and putting bets on NBA games. So here's to the next 25. I'll try to keep my content relevant. I have some plans I'm going to mention in the end of what's coming next. And before we get into that, I want to explain the giveaway a little bit more. I'm not going to give away any books I don't like. I'm going to stick to books I enjoyed to give to others and want to make sure that everyone can enjoy those as well. The reason why I don't want them in my collection anymore, I'm going to explain those one by one. But let's get started. Let's start with Junji Ito's Love Sickness. It is a collection of some of his work, short stories, some longer than others. The Love Sickness story arc takes about half of the book. So you have a longer arc of half of the book. And then you have various lengths of short stories. How they are collected in here is from long to short. Those are great horror stories. I enjoyed them. The reason why I'm giving this away is my kids are getting older and there are some graphic images in here I don't want them to accidentally explore. And just some overall creepiness that might not be the best for a elementary school kid. There's certainly other books in my collection that are also not kids-friendly, but I feel this is like a book you stumble easily up on and you can open it anywhere and bump into something. So I don't need my kids to just open the book and go from there. But those are great stories, especially the first one about teenage kids in a city with this boy appearing at the corner. No one knows if he's real, what's up with him. I'm not going to give any spoilers for any of those books, but definitely worth a read. So I'm going to send this out. The second book on the list is Tezuka's MW. The reason I'm giving this away is also its content. There is some mature content in there that I don't need around. Trigger warnings, so there's child rape in here. I don't want this in my collection, even though it's a great story. I'm going to send this out to anyone who's interested, obviously 18 plus, and let me know if you want this book. Tezuka definitely shows his range here. He wrote a story in the 70s, but if you compare it to Astro Boy, there is probably no bigger spectrum you can imagine going from Astro Boy, actually a kids series, to absolute mature content. Some of the worst scenes in here, not graphically, like Love Sickness, but mentally, it is Tezuka's art. So you get that content and story form with nice art that doesn't really match, and it makes it even more creepy, right? Like you have this Disney style of storytelling, and then you intersect that with child rape, which is a no-go for me. Definitely creepy. It is rated 16 plus, but again, sexual content always to me is somewhat critical, especially in that context. It's not nice, it's not decent. It is a mindfuck. So if you're interested, let me know. And then last but not least, Mouse. Mouse by Art Spiegelman. It's the only comic that ever won a Pulitzer Prize. So definitely high level writing, great story, historical meaning. And yeah, written by Art Spiegelman. If you don't know about this book, you should. So let me know if you've never read it and you might want a copy. But yeah, this is Art Spiegelman writing about the experiences of his father, him interviewing his father and writing this story about the Holocaust. Obviously, Art Spiegelman and his family being Jewish, growing up in Poland and then what became German-occupied Poland, and where he went from there. I want to make sure more people get familiar with the story. I'm going to send it out to someone who hasn't read it. And yeah, as I said, the only comic book who has ever won a Pulitzer Prize. So Spiegelman in this, he uses animals to tell his story. So Jews are the mice in here. The Nazis are the cats. The Polish are pigs. The art you can expect in this is basically black and white. The blurb on the back says, a loving documentary and brutal fable. 100%. The reason I'm giving this book away is definitely not the story, the art, or anything related to that. It's more the cover. So for those who don't know, but you can probably tell by now, I'm German. So the problem here, to me and to almost all other Germans, is the swastika. You're not allowed by law to display the swastika in Germany. And I know I'm not in Germany right now. But to me, as a German, having a book on the shelf with the swastika is a non-starter. It almost prevented me from actually getting a copy. Luckily, it didn't. But without any context, if anyone in Germany, for example, comes to your house and sees a book like that on your shelf, it's a non-starter. You can't do that. It's illegal in Germany to display the swastika, even in a story that's against that is trying to educate. There are video games like Wolfenstein or other content, like video games, other books, movies, where you basically have to redact the swastika. You're not allowed to put that in there. For the longest time you weren't. I don't know nowadays if content is even allowed to be published with the swastika in it. I know when I grew up it wasn't. The school system and education system in Germany definitely has a high focus on educating kids about that history and time, which is a good thing. It also leaves you with that generational guilt. And as part of that, to me personally, I can't display the swastika anywhere, even in that context. But also in a society, it doesn't allow you to display the swastika. I can't explain to everyone coming to my house why this book is there, what this book is about, as much as I'd love to. So you see this book on a bookshelf of a German. There's definitely some context there. So I can't keep this in my collection. I'm going to send it out to one of you and hope that you enjoy it. So how can you win one of those books? How can you get either a copy of Mouse, MW, or Junji Itsu's Love Sickness? So this is not going to be random. I'm not going to pick a random commentary or make you subscribe or make you like the video. You like the video if you like the video. You subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to force anyone, because I'm not going to force anyone to watch this stuff. This all comes from you. If you want to, do it. If not, then don't. So the way how you get those books is leave me a comment and tell me why you want this book. I'm going to pick first come, first serve. If you have a good explanation, if you just say, I want the book without any explanation, I might skip you. I may not. but leave me a comment explaining which book you want and why. And then if your explanation is good enough and you're the first one to pick that book, it's yours. So as this is a milestone for the channel, 25 subscribers, and you're all awesome. But you're probably interested in what's next and why should I stay subscribed. So what's next? I'm not going to change too much. I'm currently working on a mini series about bande dessinée, Franco-Belgian comics that I'm going to release over the course of the next few months. It's going to be a 4-episode mini series with episodes being released at the first of each month. So June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, September 1st. Expect some content there about Franco-Belgian comics. And other than that, we'll still have ongoing series like the Movie Club, or whenever the Warriors play the Celtics, Bunkmaster and me, I'm going to hang out and play some bets on the games. I'm going to have some fun there with a book we're going to discuss. So if you're interested in that, stick around. I want to thank all of you again for watching. And here's to the next 25. Thank you all. Now the sun is gone. There you go.